something goes wrong and like everyone watching a video like just immediately goes to our channel, like starts watching us. We get like 2.8 billion views.
I'm gonna put my dick on camera now, see what happens. What are you gonna do, YouTube?
Just another dick, Jared. Nothing special.
I don't even know how you could say that. Hello and welcome to the #1 rated podcast on the Pixel Perfect website. My name is Jared, and I'll be your guide through this podcast experience. The other two gents joining me today are happy birthday to me, Chase Coleman.
Hey, Dragonite's the best Pokemon ever.
And I've got crippling mommy issues, Devin Miller.
What?
Let's talk
It's
about
also my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
My birthday's on Tuesday, so when this releases, it'll be my birthday.
Oh man, here's your present, Chase. Between the Pixels podcast on your birthday.
Hey,
How
I'll
old are
listen
you?
to
16?
it. I bet. 25.
25, man.
Yep.
I'm 25 as well. How was your birthday? We couldn't make it yesterday, if you didn't realize. Hey,
I
Chase,
heard.
heads up,
We weren't
not
there
gonna
yet,
make it
no.
to your party yesterday.
What was cool was I met Travis. He showed up to the bar that my birthday was being held at. And it was pretty cool.
And he wasn't invited.
I met Dia. I bought some Magic cards off of her 2 days ago, and then I met Travis at my surprise birthday party. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
We were gonna go, but Jared is just a little too poor to go.
Yeah,
If he would have been able to have enough gas to drive to my house, we would have gone.
yeah. Next
It would have
time,
been a fun time.
1 year from now, another birthday party should happen. Surprise birthday party.
And
As long as
and
you're
I'll
not
be
dead.
living in a house by then, so you guys can stay there if you really want to.
House party.
Sweet.
That's it.
Like a
Get on.
housewarming party, we should have that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's
Come on
still
in.
like that was a 7-hour drive for Jared anyway.
Yeah,
not
it's a
bad.
7-hour drive for me to come have a birthday party with you. So you better get me something.
Was there cake?
Yeah. So, dude, do you know the story behind the cake?
I don't know anything.
No.
So,
Tune us in here.
dude, I probably have my girlfriend come in and tell the story, but so she tells her mom to go to like the grocery store, and she goes, he likes video games, Pokemon, and dragons, right? And she goes, get him a cake, just go do something, right? So her mom calls her back, and she's like, I got it, it's fine, don't worry about it. She got a freaking dude, what's the name of that movie? How to Train Your Dragon. So, like, I have like.
I heard that's a good movie, though.
Did she
Yeah,
also include
it
that
is
you
a
were
good
12 years
movie.
old?
Yeah, right. So it is a pretty good movie, but like, there's the dragon that like crashes, like the black dragon or whatever. So like that was like an actual piece, and like there's these mountains, and like there's like, oh my god. So it was like a scene from the movie. It was actually a pretty cool cake, but completely not what they wanted.
And not what you really wanted either.
Hey man, cake is cake. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Did it look like it was kitty though? Because I can imagine that would be for like a little kid.
Yeah, a little bit, but I think that was part of the running joke, because my buddy came in and
Now
he
you're a
bought
little kid.
he bought Pokemon streamers and hung them up all along the bar and shit. So it looked like it was like a really nerdy gaming section of the bar. It was
And you
fun though. We closed it down. So had a good time.
You made her go out of business.
Shut this down.
Yeah.
Let's shut
They-
this
they
place
had to
down
come
with
in
our
and, like,
cake.
Enough dragon cake in this bar here, guys. You all need to go home.
You guys had too much cake and ice cream for tonight, guys.
You guys are scaring away all the regular patrons. You guys need to leave.
And you get a McDonald's
You guys are
Playland.
playing Magic and eating dragon cake in the
Right.
corner. You stop it. People are trying to get laid over here.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Put your juice boxes down, please.
So yeah, they came up to us and they're like, "Yeah, last call was like 5 minutes ago. You guys need anything?" And we're like, "No, we're good. We're heading home soon." So yeah, it was a fun time.
Well, happy birthday to you. I hope many more in your future that I can't make it to.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Thank
Yeah,
you though.
yeah, we'll be there
Next
next
time.
year. Next year.
Anyway,
Next
guys,
thing I might be broken.
let's talk about some video games since that's what we're here for, I suppose.
Sure.
Devin, why don't you start us off and tell us about what you've been playing this week? Anything but Halo Reach, or is Halo Reach it?
Halo Reach is pretty much it. I'm embargoed, man. I can't talk about all the games I've been playing.
Yeah,
It is too popular for that. I got games everywhere that I can't talk about, man. A game that's going to be coming out at the end of September. I actually just wrote the review today, so there's some updated news for you.
is it? Well, they don't know what game it is. Is it a positive or a negative review?
Uh, there's both sides to it there, Jared. There's
Oh,
positive
okay.
and negatives.
So you take no sides.
Yeah, you have to see
Oh, I'm looking
anticipation.
forward to it. What's up with Halo Reach? Why'd you start playing that?
I have no idea. Probably mostly because I wanted to play the MLG setting. I have yet to play the MLG setting without the bloom, and so me and you have been playing that, and that feels way better than any previous Halos, other than Halo 2. Like, it actually lives up to Halo 2. It's like it's a lot more faster than anything from Halo Reach. We played doubles and then MOG, and they're completely different. Doubles has the bloom and everything else about Halo Reach with it, but it's a lot slower. I felt like we moved a lot slower than with MLG, but MLG is where it's at, and we're getting prepared for Halo 4, which comes out in a month or two.
Which looks nothing like any previous Halos. So it probably doesn't matter.
And Jared's pretty upset
Yeah,
with that.
Yeah, I am. Did I tweet about that? I probably did.
Yep.
Yeah, Halo 4 looks stupid. I watched some videos recently. Giant Bomb had their big live show live, and they played that. And then I watched Walshy, if you know who he is. He had a video go up about Halo 4.
He's not bad.
And
no, he's not.
no, he's not bad. But everything about Halo 4 looks like Call of Duty, and that ruins what Halo is.
Yeah, there was a section where they had loadouts. You can actually pick different loadouts of your weapons, and that is not the Halo formula at all.
Yeah, we just talked about that last week about how Halo differentiates itself from Call of Duty that way, and that's one of the reasons that I like CS:GO now was because everyone starts out the same, and now Halo just ruined it.
Yeah, not to completely rehash everything we talked about, but in Halo, one of the most important and the best aspects about it is that it's pretty much an even playing field as long as it's set right. Like, if you take the MOG setting, the way they have it set up, it is a completely level playing field. So no matter, I mean, regardless of getting bad spawns and stuff, the weapon loadout and stuff you have puts you on an equal playing field with someone else. If you're a decent player, it doesn't matter whether they have rockets or snipe. You can still have. They may have the
Right.
advantage, but you still have a fighting chance.
Yeah, I mean, starting with the DMR or the battle rifle, that's a pretty good fighting chance, seeing as it only needs 4 headshots to kill that person. So long distance, you could definitely take out somebody with rockets, or even close range somebody with a sniper rifle if they're not that great at it.
Yeah, that was kind of the downfall of someone on your team picking up rockets that was bad with it. They missed one shot, and or both. You're going to be able to be taken down with the BR. You know what I'm saying? So it was even, but you did get advantages with picking up the heavy weapons. So I don't know.
It was a fight for those weapons, though, because they were just laying on the maps.
Right.
So they usually would be like equidistant from wherever you spawned.
Right.
Yeah, and it just with Halo 4 now, I don't know if that's just in a custom game where you get to choose the loadouts or what it is, but the fact that you can choose loadouts and it has people on different playing fields, or they don't all start out on the same playing field. It's like Call of Duty. I as much as I liked Call of Duty 4 and I played a lot of it, I don't think Call of Duty is a very balanced game for competitive play. It really the fact that you can have different weapons and access to other weapons that players can't, I think that
Yeah.
makes it unbalanced in itself.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever play game battles, but if you're scheduled for a match in game battles and you're not the top rank in Call of Duty, you're at a disadvantage. And I don't care, what your skill is, but if you only have, let's make it the most extreme level, if you only have the option of picking one of the 5 starting loadouts, and you have someone who's a 10th prestige level 60 who has every single pro perk and weapon that they want to choose from, you're at a
Mhm.
severe disadvantage.
Yeah, and I
So,
don't know if they're gonna
even with
have
something like
perks.
game battles, right?
I don't know if they're gonna have perks in Halo 4, but if they go down
That's
that route,
stupid.
it's ridiculous. I mean, it's bad enough that they had to add all those power ups,
Yeah.
but
Some
And
people say perks is a different type of strategy to it, though, rather than it being an advantage in unfair
sure,
playing field.
sure, it's a different strategy. Of course, it's always a different strategy once you add something in, but that doesn't mean it's balanced.
So you think it's still unbalanced, even though people may have the same perks to choose from? It just depends on
If
how you utilize those perks.
I don't know, I guess it depends. Like the way Halo 3 was, they had the power ups. I
Yeah.
thought that was very unbalanced. Maybe some of the perks aren't as bad because we play people who use jetpacks and we use sprint. We still do fine, even though I get disoriented.
Yeah, they're not as imbalanced, I guess. As
I'd rather
those.
just see him go away though, in general.
Yeah. And at least in Halo, what I like about that compared to Call of Duty is that you don't have like the kill streaks, the advantage of getting the kill streaks and getting like prones and stuff like that, or like airstrikes. Because I think that's dumb. I mean, you're doing well and you get better things to kill more people. I mean, that doesn't make sense in a competitive sense.
Yeah.
I'm glad
I'm
we
just
passed
hoping
that.
that Halo 4 doesn't turn out to be like Call of Duty. From seeing that footage, it got me less excited about Halo 4.
Yeah, me too, which sucks. Because I really wanted to get back into a little bit more competitive gaming, and Halo was the only little niche that I had.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
think I think the thing that I like most about Halo was the ranking system. It wasn't based
Yeah.
on it was kind of based on experience, but I mean more or less it was based on skill. So if you were a
which
level
Halo are you talking
50,
about?
um, I think Halo 3, right? Level 50 Brigadier General or something like that, right?
I don't know what the max was in Halo 3.
Yeah, wasn't that a Brigadier? I think it was, but yeah, I think it was based on skill, more or less what rank or prestige you got to. So, is it going to be like Halo Reach where you have to buy like perks, like how you earn money and like you bought stuff, or are they all going to be available?
It seems like you're still getting XP from the videos we saw when you kill people. It's like 15 points for whatever, different things are popping up. And I think that's a really broken system in Reach to do it by XP, just like Call of Duty, because who cares how long? It's just how long you've played it, not how good you are. It doesn't define your skill level.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in previous Halos, you would have a guy that on your team that went, 1 in 16, but he was the flag dude. Like his job was to go get the flag, and everyone else like had a part of the map they covered or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And your your stats were based on wins. Like no one in
Yeah.
Halo cares about KD. Like they care about winning the game or winning their
It's a
match.
teamwork effort. It doesn't really
Right.
matter.
It's not like Call of Duty in that sense. It's completely a team game. So at least at the higher levels, I think.
Yeah. They should just stick to their roots. Halo 2 did it the best. They had the ranking system from 1 to 50, and it was specific. Like you win so many games, you go up the next rank, and if you lose so many games, you go down rank, and that's the way it should be to weed
Yeah.
out those people.
Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't StarCraft 2 have a pretty good ranking system?
Yeah, one of the best, I would say.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things. 343 Studios needs to talk to Blizzard and find out what
Yeah.
they're doing.
I mean, me and Jared were playing team doubles, and we played against people who had like the very some of the top ranks, like there were different shapes like moons, and what else were there, like
Shooting stars.
yeah, shooting stars, and they were way higher than us. And just because of experience, they have all those extra ranks. I don't even know how long it would take to even get up that high, but and we would like destroy them because they just sucked. But even though they played so much and they were such higher ranked than us,
Yeah, experience doesn't matter.
and now I don't even know what is Halo Reach. They don't do anything with experience at all. You just get matched up with players. There's no ranking system to match you together. So I don't even know the point of it other than unlocking stupid stuff like helmets and armor.
Yeah, I think there's games out there that really do it well. Like StarCraft 2 is really, really good.
What do you mean
And
by doing it well? Like they match you up with people who are actually your skill level?
yeah, so they break down they have a couple levels. They have like silver, gold, diamond, platinum, and then master. And then if you're in the top 2% in if
What's
if
your ridiculous?
I guys just see like buried legs, you know?
Spread the legs.
Oh, it's funny.
I see
I
that
was
mic
just
between
get
your
comfortable
legs.
like Devin.
I see that mic between your legs there, Jared.
So the top 2% of players in in their specific league are grandmaster. So they take the top percentage of
Grandmaster
players
Flash.
and say that you're the best.
Mm.
And they will pair you up against people one level above and one level below,
Hmm.
and they'll kind of continuously compare like where your skills are evolving and stuff like that. So you'll be able to see, can you beat people or a level above you, or do you always lose, right? So like you're never getting better, and then you'll play people below you, and they'll be like, can you beat people who statistically are worse than you? And if you know
If
lose
you
to them
lose, you go
50%
down.
of the time, they're gonna knock you down a little bit. So that's just a really generic way of saying it, but yeah, I think they do it very, very well.
That's pretty much what Halo did. I think they had a range of like four. I mean, if you play in 4v4, they had you could have a range of four different levels. So you could play people like four levels below you and four levels higher than you, and depending on who your teammates were and what levels they were, that also changed who you were against.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect in Halo 2, but it's way
No.
better than what it is now, and probably what it's going to be in Halo 4. But I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens because we don't know really that much about any of
Yeah.
those details yet.
That's one thing I really want to know. I want to know how the ranking system is going to be
Disappointing, I'm sure.
because I don't want the competitiveness just to be custom games anymore. You know what I mean? People are like, "Oh, let's get a group of four and fight another group of four, play a bunch of
Yeah.
maps, custom games."
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
So Chase, birthday boy,
Yep.
tell us about that Persona 4 arena.
It's really cool. I was a big fan of Persona 4, the game. I played, I think it was
The movie.
Persona 2 I played. I don't know, I played another Persona game before Persona 4. And then I played Persona 4, and it's an unbelievable gem of a game that I think very few people in the Americas played. Um,
Yeah, I haven't played. I played Persona 3, which was fantastic, but I haven't gotten around to 4 yet.
yeah, I mean, 4, it was incredible. Like literally couldn't believe it. It was amazing. While I was playing it, I go, this game, no one knows about this game, but it's awesome.
This
Like,
game is amazing.
yeah, and I'm
Oh my
not even
gosh.
done with it yet, you know. So
Do they shoot themselves in the head in Persona 4?
no.
In Persona 3, the way they summon, oh man, I can't even remember what they're called, but they take out these
Yeah.
guns and they shoot themselves in the head. It's pretty cool, even though it looks kind of dark.
They don't kill each other. They don't kill themselves from that.
They're not really killing themselves. It's like it's just supposed to trigger, what I can't remember what they're called now, but they're basically like summons. They basically trigger summoning these things.
Summoning
Yeah.
summons.
Summoning summons. Shoot themselves in the head. So kids, go out and try that. See if you can summon someone. Get your parents' guns. Shoot yourself in the head.
Pixel Perfect is not.
And that's why we're labeled as explicit on iTunes.
Partly why.
But so yeah. So anyway, so they basically made Persona 4 into a fighting game, kind of like Street Fighter esque, 2D fighter. It's really really cool. They have some Persona 3 characters, but most of them are Persona 4. And they have everyone from Persona 4 that you would want to play as. So it's really
So-
really cool. It's a really really good fighting game. There's two characters I ran into that I had a problem with. I only played it for about 2 days at a friend's house because I don't have consoles. But yeah, there were two characters I ran into that were pretty overpowered, it seemed. But besides that, it's really, really fun and a really, really good game.
So it's like a straight up fighting game. Regular, like, is there anything unique to it that makes it different, or is it just like a regular, like Street Fighter?
Yeah, very,
Smashing on
very
buttons.
similar to Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, the newer ones where you have like a bar at the bottom and you can like power up and use special moves and stuff, or like Marvel vs. Capcom. So yeah, those are the games that it's going to remind you of the most. Very pretty, the graphics are amazing, and you know the characters from at least from Persona 4 that because those are the only ones that I really remember. Their personalities come through. Their fighting styles are exactly like they were in Persona 4. They nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
How's it work then? Because like Persona 4 is turn based. How's that work? Like when you say about their fighting skills coming through.
Okay, so let's take a character. She's called Chie. She always kicked, like in like every basic attack and stuff like that. Like she kicked, never used her hands. This other dude was really powerful. Like he like punched a lot, but he also used chairs. Like one of his, like he just had a metal chair. Like he was in the WWE.
So he's a
and
wrestler.
just, yeah, right. Um,
Like Subway
and
hoagies.
and their fighting styles in Persona 4 Arena are just like that. Like Chie is predominantly a kicker in Persona 4. Like her kicks are
So her
obviously
arms just are limp to her side.
yeah, I mean basically, you know, totally useless. I
flop
mean
around.
it's like the equivalent of
Christopher
you know,
Reeves.
let's
Oh wait,
oh man.
just kidding. He can't fight at all.
He does have a chair though, so there you go.
That other guy can throw his chair with Christopher Reeve in it.
Um
Don't worry, he'll walk again some. Oh, wait.
oh damn.
You
Awful.
shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Anyway,
Yeah, what was I talking about?
I have no
Christopher
idea.
Reeve.
Halo?
Tekken?
Yeah, you were saying Tekken. Go.
Tekken. Oh yeah, so like you compare it to other games where you have someone with a weapon and it's obvious that attacks with that weapon are better. I compare it to Ivy from Soul Calibur. Like her weapon is way better than her kicks, obviously. So her Chie's kicks are way better. Like there's more combo moves with them or whatever, but they just stylized it after the game and how they played in the game, even though it was turn based, like you said.
Cool. What I really wanted to talk about this week was Black Mesa, which is the Half-Life 1 mod. Well, it's a Half-Life source mod, but it's the Half-Life 1 remake that's been in development for, I don't know, like 5 years or something. Do you
Dang.
guys know anything about this?
Have you played it?
Yeah,
Is it as good as everyone is saying it is?
it is incredible. It
Really?
is the best mod that I think I've ever. In terms of in terms of production and details and just the overall package, it is the best mod that I have ever played.
Because I heard that even from the start, things are a little bit different.
Yeah,
Like even from the like how you swing the crowbar and like the location and everything, like things are a little different,
yeah.
but it's still pretty good, you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm only maybe an hour into it, so I can't tell you a ton about it. But well, there's a lot I can still say about the early part of it. I mean, if you've played Half Life and you did the opening like you're on the monorail, um, even though that was at the time that was like a really cool experience, and it's very memorable for me because Half Life is one of my favorite games of all time, and that opening monorail sequence, it's pretty bland in the first Half Life. It was still amazing at the time, but it seemed pretty bland. You know, you're going through a lot of gray corridors and stuff like that, and there's not a lot going on. In Black Mesa, they've redone not only that part, but everywhere in the game. There's so much more detail. Obviously, it looks a lot better because it's in the source engine. They actually do a really good job of making it look good in such an old engine. Um, but there's so much more detail as you're riding through the monorail, and you see a lot of stuff going on, like scientists working. You get to like a security checkpoint if you remember when the doors have to open and before you can progress. There's actually a guy that walks over, looks at you, and like hits a button, and it opens up the door. And like I know that's a tiny thing, but it's those tiny details that make it feel more alive. So after you do the whole monorail thing, it goes through the basic same structure of Half-Life, but there are some things like it still goes from point A to point B, but how it gets there is sometimes a little bit different. As you're exploring around some of the facility before you actually go to put that alien specimen thing in the reactor thing, whatever,
Right.
before everything goes crazy. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of different labs you can walk around, and scientists are there, and they're having like side conversations, and you can just sit there and listen to them talk. You can actually go up and interact with them. And I mean, there's not like dialogue trees, but you can, you hit E and interact with them. And they have different things that they come back and say. There's so much detail in this. It's the it feels like this is a remake that Valve could have done themselves. That's how good it is. That's the level of quality that it's up to.
What
There's
group of people did this? Or like
um
one person, or is it a group of guys?
no, it was a group of people. I don't know their names.
And you said this is a mod for for Half-Life One. Does that mean you have to own Half-Life One to play it?
It's not actually a mod for Half-Life 1. It's a Half-Life source mod. So all you really need is the SDK, the 2007 version, which you get if you just purchase like Half-Life 2 or something, I think.
Oh, so as
Um,
long as you own a Half-Life game,
well, Half-Life 2.
okay, you have to have Half-Life Two.
I think Half-Life 2, whatever, you don't even need Half-Life 2 installed because it's not a Half-Life 2 mod. It's a source mod. So you just need the SDK. So I don't even know. Maybe you can get the SDK without owning source.
You could
So
add
it's
any.
something even like Counter Strike.
Yeah, Counter Strike. What if you
Right.
had that?
Maybe,
'Cause
yeah.
I have the SDK from CS:GO. Like
Okay.
it downloaded it from that too. So
Okay, so
'cause
yeah, as long as you
I
have
was
that, you can play.
I was looking into getting this, but the problem I ran into was I couldn't find anywhere to download it. Like everything was going so slow,
Yeah.
and like that was a huge problem as soon as it came out because everyone was like, "Oh my God, what do I do?" And it was like people were really looking forward to it. And I know like someone posted on Reddit a pretty good torrent that someone had, but I don't know. It was my
Yeah,
birthday
I had
and
a
I
lot
had
of
to leave.
troubles getting it
But
too.
yeah, I had to. Yeah, it was a huge problem I ran into. So I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. But
Have
yeah,
you
it's
played through
something.
the first Half-Life game?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I played Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2. I haven't played anything else.
Okay. Because this one, I mean, if you haven't played Half-Life at all, I'd still recommend playing it, but it's not going to have as big of impact on you. It's still a good game. I mean, Half-Life itself, well, I don't know. I'd have to play through this to say for sure. Because the original Half-Life, as much as I loved it, it really is a dated game.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's one of those games that even though it's dated, if you played it back when it was released, it's still so special to you
yeah,
because it
absolutely.
was so awesome. And if you just play this source mod, it's not going to have the same impact on you because you're not going to realize or remember. It's not going to
Right.
like make you understand like, "Oh my God, they added something like really really small there." But it adds so much to the experience. Like you said, like a little scientist coming over, like instead of just having doors that you have to wait to open. So you're not going to really
Right.
connect with how different they made it, but
I mean, there's so many little details going on, and they have all new voice acting, and they do a fantastic job. I mean, they have good voice actors, and Half-Life the first Half-Life game didn't have a lot of voice acting. I mean, it had a little the opening area. There's that was where the majority of the voice acting happened, and it was after that a lot of the scientists and the soldiers and stuff like that. That was just a few lines that were repeated over and over. But it seems like they've recorded a whole bunch of new dialogue for this. I mean, they've definitely recorded a whole bunch of new dialogue um, for like the other scientists and stuff. But even like the main dialogue that was in the first game, they've recorded that again and then put more on top of it. It's if you're a Half-Life fan, if you played the first Half-Life, like you have to absolutely play this game. There's no question. If you haven't played the first Half-Life, I would still recommend playing this one, but it's probably not going to have as big of impact on you because you're not gonna you're not gonna care as much.
yeah, when you play it, just realize that people took the original Half-Life and made this from it and changed it and made it awesome
Yeah,
and have fun with it.
this is something that should have been. I know it's a mod and they put it out for free, but this is something I could absolutely see paying like $20-$30 for because it's so good and it's the production values are there, and I wouldn't expect that from a mod team. So good job to those guys.
I'll definitely be playing it.
I thought you
So
could get on Steam.
I can upload the file. Well, it's supposed to. It got greenlit through Steam Greenlight, so it should be on Steam at some point. But right now, you still have to just download the files. But I can make those available for you
When
guys.
did that come out?
Last week,
Okay.
sometime.
yep.
So good.
But when it comes out for Black Mesa, then it's gonna, or when it comes out for Steam, it's actually gonna have a price, right?
No, no, no.
Oh, it's gonna be
I think
free no matter
it'll.
what.
Yeah, I think it'll be free.
hmm
I don't think they can charge for. I don't think you legally charge for mods like that.
Not unless they purchase it from the development team and then sell it.
Yeah, like if they
You know
buy
what I'm
a
saying? Like,
license or
yeah, they would
whatever.
have to buy it from them. But yeah, everything from the Steam Greenlight doesn't have to be paid. It's just to make it available on Steam.
Cool.
Word. Anyway,
Yep.
that's all I got to say about that.
All right.
Definitely check it out, guys, and give them a lot of feedback. I don't know if you can donate to those guys, but I would absolutely recommend donating money to them because they. I don't know what they're going to do in the future. I would love to see. Like, I actually like Blue Shift and Opposing Force, if you know what those are, which are modifications, or not modifications, but they're expansions to the first Half-Life. I would love to see them redo that, but I mean, not getting paid that'd be a lot of work to do. So anyway,
did
I'm
it
excited to
once.
see what's coming from them. But that was Gearbox who did those expansions originally. They weren't just mods.
No, I'm saying they did Black Mesa. So
Oh yeah, but that took
For
like
free.
5 years. I'm sure that was like
Yeah.
incredibly stressful. Anyway, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some news.
all right.
So Steam Big Picture, it is something that I believe the beta has started, right? Let's say yes. I believe it's in beta right now, but Steam Big
Yes.
Picture is going to be a new feature on Steam where you're going to be able to essentially use Steam on your television with a either a mouse or keyboard or a controller like a 360 controller, some type of gamepad.
Awesome.
And the coolness about that, the cool thing behind that, now most people say like, "Oh, you can still use it on your TV now." Yes, but it's right now Steam is very PC focused, but there are going to be a lot of features um, with Steam Big Picture that are going to make it easier for you to use on your television. For instance, let's say you are using the controller. Say you're one of the people that don't like to use mouse and keyboard. You like to sit on your couch to play your games and stuff. You can sit back on your couch, use a controller, and you can navigate all of Steam using the simple analog sticks and buttons and stuff like that. Install games, start up games, play all your games, all that stuff with a controller from the convenience of your couch.
But not all games support controllers.
I know, I thought about that as well, but I don't know. Maybe they're forcing everyone to go back through and do it. I have no idea. That's probably not true.
Wow, that's a good point.
Yeah. Well, we just ruined that idea.
Wow.
Next
Okay.
topic.
Well,
I
that
don't like
sucks.
it anymore.
No, but the coolest thing about Steam Big Picture, did you guys see the daisy wheel they used for typing?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
That is
the best.
such a smart idea. And I'm surprised no one's ever thought of that before, because it's like the 360, typing something on a 360 is horrible. Having to go
Awful.
through.
It takes forever.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Unless you buy that thing that you plug into the antenna part or whatever,
thing
and
still
it's like
sucks.
like that little keyboard thing.
Yeah. Well, that's still better than whatever, but so Steam Big Picture, other than the fact that not all games use controllers, allow you to use controllers.
So you're still gonna be hooking up your mouse and keyboard to your TV. So
Yeah.
I don't get how this works at all. Do they need a box? You need like a box for your TV
No.
to
I
connect
mean,
to?
you're gonna need anything that can run Steam, so like your computer or whatever. You can just hook that right up to your TV, and you'll be able to access Steam through that. So there's a lot of people today who aren't using traditional cable TV and stuff like that. So maybe they watch most of their stuff on Netflix or Hulu or whatever,
Mhm.
and maybe they already have a PC hooked up to their main TV. So now they can use Steam and still play all their favorite games, but now they don't have to sit close up or have to use a mouse and keyboard from far away. They can still get that console experience with Steam. And they can also, there's going to be a browser, uh, so you'll be able to browse the internet using entirely your controller, which I
Which
don't know how that's going to work.
from the look of it, like it was like a little circle and like the zooming in and out part,
Mhm.
it looked okay. I'm pretty sure like the demo that they showed, the little video if you watch it, like I'm pretty sure that that's not extremely how it's going to be for most people, but from what it looked like, it looked pretty smooth, pretty easy to do, pretty easy to handle. I still think mouse and keyboard are going to be a big selling point. People are going to just flock to being able to play all their Steam games on their TV.
Yeah, but who doesn't do that?
A lot of people.
But you still have to hook up your PC to the TV.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like a lot of people might not use Steam at all. Or if they use Steam, it might just be on maybe their personal computer and not use it on their main TV. But now it gives them a reason to.
And I think that it may turn into something like, you know how people have multiple monitor setups, but they don't use any sophisticated programs to manage what's on the screens and going back and forth and transitions and stuff. I think this could turn into something that people that hook their computers up to their TVs use to manage their games and settings and controllers and multiplayer that sort of thing. So even though they may already hook their computer up to their TV, I think this may just be some program that those people may use to help manage games or whatnot.
Yeah, and we talk a lot about like the possibility of a one console future, but a lot of the steps that Steam is taking, and I think Steam will continue to take, is kind of leading to that one device future. Like Steam will be your one-stop shop. I won't be surprised when things like some type of Netflix integration or buying movies or something. Like you can already buy a few movies, few game-related movies on Steam. I won't be surprised when that becomes a regular thing. And I think it's just one step closer to that one-stop shop of using Steam for that.
And then it's gonna become all digital world for us, so we won't be buying games anymore. Have game cases.
And then
Does
they're
that
going
mean
to take our
GameStop
rights
is gonna-
away.
Does that mean GameStop's going to go out of business?
No,
Yeah, thanks, Obama.
no, they have their used game market is gonna be still fine.
Who knows? But I'm excited for Steam Big Picture, even though I probably won't use it at all.
Yeah,
I
me
think it's
either.
an exciting feature that if at some point I want to hook up a big old TV and play some of my Steam stuff on there, I think it's awesome.
And if one day, like 5 years from now, when we have computers and really fast internet, like super, super fast internet, I think
Like
that,
super duper.
like super duper, like the new Google thing that they're doing, oh my God.
Yeah, Google.
Makes me want to move to Kansas City.
That would be pretty awesome.
Dude, I can't even imagine
Kansas City.
speeds like that. But anyway, I think it's going to be something that people are going to use a lot more. Anyway, that was my point. In like 5 years, I think it's ahead of its time.
Yeah, yeah. When we start streaming games and stuff, that'll be great. Which we can already do.
It'll be great when we can use CDs on a regular basis. I can't wait till CDs come out. So War Z, we talked a little bit about War Z before.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Hey Devin, jump in any time. Go ahead.
Wait, let me interrupt you real quick. Hold on, I'm going to interrupt you. Hold on.
it's what, Jared?
It's very much like DayZ. It's a post-apocalyptic zombie thing simulation game.
They're exactly the same, pretty much.
Okay, they're close. But anyway, so PC Gamer reported this week in an interview with someone with Gaming Blend. So, okay, with an interview with Gaming Blend, Hammerpoint PR representative Alex Joseph said that players are going to be able to purchase in-game items with real-world money that can be lost in-game. So you can permanently lose these things that you bought with real money. He said, we've discussed that.
What do you say?
What?
Okay.
Discuss that.
Well, I'm reading the first line. It's like, we've discussed that a lot, but like, what have they discussed a lot? He said that the risk of losing items. All right. I got this. Hammerpoint PR representative Alex Joseph said the risk of losing items in normal and hardcore modes, including those purchased with real money, is a price players will pay while exploring War Z's sprawling maps.
Literally.
Literally. Quote, we've discussed that a lot, and at the end decided that this will provide a pretty good incentive for players to either be extra cautious while playing or just not spend too much money in the game and instead try to procure all items by finding them in the game world.
So
which is really weird.
Those items, he's saying that those items you can actually find in the world eventually.
Yeah.
But instead, you're just too impatient that you'd rather buy them now.
Yeah, they're probably like high level or really difficult items to obtain.
Huh. Which is kind of stupid because I mean, if you lose them, that just means essentially you lost them because somebody killed you or something killed you, and somebody else could pick them up, right? So they're still like in the game, but somebody else just basically got that item. Possibly somebody else could get that item that they didn't have to pay for then. So I wouldn't even worry about it.
To take.
Yeah, I mean, think about it this way: when you're playing DayZ, and you paid $5 to get a sniper rifle, ammo, food, all this stuff, and someone kills you and you lose it all, right? You could technically find all that stuff in the game, right?
Yeah.
But you just wanted to pay $5 to get a heads up on because you didn't want to spend 5 hours sticking around, right? That's
Yeah.
the equivalent. That's the equivalent thing of what he's saying in War Z. Is he's
Well,
saying you can go spend a couple bucks, get some guns and some ammo and some food. Don't lose it.
the surprising thing for me to hear is that this is a game where you think they'd want them to pay money. I mean, anytime
Yeah.
they offer some type of premium service, and they'll say like, "Hey, you can spend money on this," it's not something you'd hear them say. He said, or just not spend too much money in the game. Like they're actively trying to stop them from buying this stuff.
Discouraging your players to buy your content. That's great.
Yeah.
But I think at the same time, if you get these rich, snooty, fucking asshole kids, right?
Yeah.
That pay $5 and
Eat
then
the
they
rich.
get killed in a they get
Those
killed
rich
in a
people who pay $5.
right.
These rich pricks who can afford $5 items. This economy's going down the drain.
Yeah,
And
go
they're
fuck
spending
yourself.
$5 all the time.
Stop spending your money.
But they spend $5 here, they get killed. They spend another $5, they get killed. They spend another $5, right?
Yeah.
Instead of only having them pay $5 once, now they spent 15 in a matter of an hour. You know what I'm saying? So there's ups and downs to the point where it may turn off people that they could spend real money on items that they could lose pretty much for no reason. Like they just got sniped by some asshole behind them because he wanted their items.
He just bought this cool
Or-
T-shirt. Now he got shot.
Yeah, right.
Dang.
Yeah.
So,
Hopefully you
but
can buy avatar items.
but then you have on the other hand, you can repurchase them.
Well, what do you guys think about being able to lose items that you've paid for, permanently lose them in a game? Not just War Z, but any game in general.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Is that sarcasm, or are you guys serious?
No, I got no problem with it.
No, that's a really good idea. And if you're dumb enough to buy it, then that's all on you.
And it's not like you're paying for a level. So it's not like you're paying to go to level 4 to level 5.
Yeah.
That's not what you're paying for. You can't lose that level, right? You can't lose that experience. But you pay for that body armor and someone slits your throat and takes your body armor, that's on you. And I love that, especially in a type of game like War Z. Like
Stakes are high, bro. Stakes are high.
right, a game like, dude, there's zombies out there
Anyhow.
and you're spending money, don't die. That's the whole point of the game.
Yeah, and plus I think it'd be better for people like me who are not going to buy anything and then kill those type of people and take their stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to buy
you
it.
could essentially make $15 in 5 minutes if you really wanted to.
Have you played this game before?
Dude, I'm just saying, like you meet a bunch of people, fake being friends with them, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, we just bought this sweet sniper rifle for like $59."
Fake
I'm
being
like,
friends. Whoa, dude, yeah!
Oh yeah,
You guys are all screaming and dancing about it.
right,
Then you kill each other.
Rifle.
But I
right.
don't think anybody would admit that because they know that you could get killed. I mean, I'd be a lot more cautious if I bought
Yeah,
something
I wouldn't
like
tell
that too.
anyone.
Yeah, definitely not. Like,
How
check
many
out my
times-
awesome sniper rifle I bought, and then you keep
times
kill
have
me.
Daisy have we met people who said like friendly, and then killed them?
Yeah, people have done it to me. We've done.
You guys are those assholes. God,
It depends what they have. Like sometimes I'll have a
Jared
hatchet,
does that
I'll
a
have
lot.
like a sniper rifle, and I'll be like friendly, and then I get behind him and kill him with an axe. Look, you
you're
can't
not
trust
you're not gonna
anybody.
let them take your sniper rifle.
Right. That's just
What?
a part of strategy of the game, though. That's how you have to
Yeah.
play it.
That's the question.
It's a dick move
What's
saying
the bigger
friendly,
threat,
friendly.
the zombies or your friends? Be
Keep your
afraid.
zombies close and your friends closer.
Yeah.
And then
Don't
kill
tread on
them.
me. Anyway, Obisidian did a Kickstarter for their new video game called Project Eternity, and it's actually already hit their target. In 24 hours, they've already hit their target. Now, I don't so much want to talk about their exact their exact game or anything like that, but Obsidian's a pretty established company, I would say.
Yeah.
I'd say, and they're not like the size of Valve or Blizzard, but they're also not as small as Double Fine. I think they're kind of somewhere in the middle, that kind of developer.
What is their game list?
Demon's
Um,
Forge.
did they make Demon's Forge? Well,
Yeah, they published
they
it.
made Neverwinter Nights 2. They made
Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout New Vegas.
Loved it.
Um, but they made a number of bigger titles like that. So they're not like an indie group dev, but they're not huge either. So regardless of where they sit, do you think it's okay for a developer like them? I mean, obviously they've already got the money, people support them, they want this game that they're working on. But do you think it's okay for a developer like that to do a Kickstarter?
Yes.
All right. Case closed.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what if EA or someone came along and said, or Infinity Ward came along and said, "I want you guys to fund the next Call of Duty."
Well, fuck EA. I hate EA, and Infinity Ward ruined Modern Warfare, so that's why.
So that's why.
Well, at least you're not biased.
If they,
Right.
I wouldn't
But,
care if they did that.
Here's the thing about Kickstarter and why I totally support it. And here's why I think it's a really good idea in the gaming industry, because I think a lot of people who donate money to in the gaming industry know who they're donating it to and why they're donating it. You see a lot of people in like bands and shit that do this bullshit thing in Kickstarter that they just want money, right? In Kickstarter, any developer who's asking for money is asking for money for a reason, and that's to, maybe hire more people or work on a game longer or get enough starting money to start a game, and it's completely optional, right? Why not start a Kickstarter? Why doesn't Blizzard start a Kickstarter for StarCraft 3 right now? Start it. Like it makes no sense not to. That's why I have no problem with it.
Blizzard
It's
doesn't need to do
completely
that because they have
optional.
tons of money.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, why not?
I guess I don't like the idea of big developers doing it, but
Does it take away from the smaller developers?
what do you mean?
Eventually,
Just
but
because they're there, is it taking away like flooding
yeah,
Kickstarter?
yeah.
Here's the argument: is that the people who are kickstarting it are the base of the people who are going to buy the game anyway. So it's not really a bad thing. I don't think it's really taking away from anyone else. I don't think it's taken away from other smaller developers, because either you want to play that other game and you're going to help fund it, or you're not.
And based on
Either
how
way.
much you donate, you get perks and benefits and stuff too. Like you get cool kickbacks. So you can actually get some really cool stuff if you donate enough money. So
The reason I'm asking that is because I'm actually okay with Obsidian doing this, because the game they're making is very much a niche game. Now, if they were making a game that would appeal to the broad masses, I wouldn't feel that would warrant a Kickstarter. But this is a game that be hard to get a publisher to agree on, and it's going to appeal to a very niche audience. It's going to be an isometric RPG, kind of like Icewind Dale or Baldur's Gate. Those old games.
I would love to see how much money EA would make if they kickstarted for Madden 14.
I don't think the people playing Madden know what Kickstarter are.
Or whatever. You know what I'm
That's not
saying?
kind of the
But,
wrong place to go because those people don't know what the heck that is. I mean, unless they advertise or like go fund us on Kickstarter.
right.
I mean, that could be the new pre-ordering, right? If you spend so much money, you get all this extra stuff, even more than any type of pre-order you ever
Right.
get.
I don't
It's
know.
like paying for a legendary set or those collector's editions. You could pay like $100 and you basically get the collector's edition, or maybe more, on a Kickstarter.
You can get so screwed if they don't release that game though. That's why
Well, if it
I
gets
hesitate
funded,
with Kickstarter.
then it is gonna get made. You have to make it
Theoretically,
theoretically.
things could go wrong.
Yeah, but I don't know what happens when things go wrong. You have to like give the money
They
back.
don't go right.
You don't.
I don't
I
know.
think the policy of Kickstarter is once you donate, it's completely out of Kickstarter's hands.
The policy of Kickstarter is we got your money.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So I don't know. Yeah,
then that's risky
I
business.
would say to EA and Blizzard, why not? If you want to kickstart, go ahead. It's totally up to you. But I would say Kickstarter was made for people like Double Fine or Obsidian, whatever, blah blah blah. I think it's made for those. So
Yeah, a lot of times when you donate to Kickstarter, depending on how much money you donate, you usually get the game for free then, or technically you're buying the game
right.
before it's released. I don't see any difference than pre-ordering it. It's like the same concept. Either way, you're supporting the game while it's in development. So go EA.
Yes.
Let's do
Let's go.
Kickstarter Ops 3
For what?
for Black Ops 3,
Yeah.
like 2 years from
Kickstarter Call
now.
of Duty. Speaking of Call of Duty, Madden is not like that. And Obama plays Madden 13.
He plays it?
Of course
No.
he does. He's
You're
a
Of
beast.
course he does.
You're twisting my words. In so
You just
EA is Chase stop lying. In Madden 13, EA has political ads of Obama supporting Obama in the political campaign race of something that's coming up in November, whatever that is. But what do you guys think about gaming companies taking ad revenue from political parties? Are you for it? Are you against it? Don't you care?
That's a touchy subject because we do want everyone to vote.
Well, we're not going to get into politics, obviously. What
So
do you
who
think
are you
about
voting
this
for?
current state of the economy?
Well, my comment was going to be if they're putting Obama ads, then I don't care. But if they're putting Romney ads, then I do care. Because I don't want to watch that shit.
Well, so you're okay with them as long as they agree with your
As long as they're
political...
Democrat, right?
What about you, Devin?
Uh if it's just Madden games, I don't care.
If it's just for what?
Just for Madden games, then I
Okay.
wouldn't care.
Okay,
Because I don't
besides...
play Madden.
I don't play Madden.
Because you're not going to see him. Okay, but in general, do you care about political ads from either side of the aisle showing up on your video games?
I think it's the type of ad doesn't really bother me. So if that was your question, I would say could be an ad for Trojan condoms, could be an ad for Obama or Romney,
Yeah.
it could be
What if
an
it was
ad
an ad for abortion and they were like killing a baby?
if go for it.
No, don't do that.
Whatever.
Well, the good thing
Yeah,
about the political ones is it only happens once every 4 years, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
No, but
Yeah,
do you
but
think it's a bad thing that the company is taking us? Because EA said like we'll take money from anyone. It's not like we're necessarily endorsing Obama. It's just they wanted to advertise with us, so we took it. Do you think that's a good thing? Because I mean, we're not gonna get into the Chick-fil-A discussion, but Chick-fil-A took a stance on gay marriage, and everyone lost their freaking minds about that. If EA essentially is taking a stand, whether or not they want to admit to it, they are taking a stand to a particular side when they're supporting ads of a particular candidate. Do you feel that's okay? Do you feel that's kind of the same thing as Chick-fil-A in a way?
From a business standpoint, I think it's really stupid because you're essentially cutting you're cutting your line right down the middle, right? Because for the most part it's 50-50, right?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Man, that's tough. I mean, even if it's 40-60, you're basically coming out and saying you support the other side, and that you lose what 40% of potential customers, right? They're not going to buy your shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they're diehard, I mean, I have my own opinions on both candidates, which I won't get into, but
That makes
no
you stop
matter
buying their games?
it wouldn't make like I'm very passionate about politics, but it wouldn't make me stop um, buying a certain game because I don't think it's right for a company. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed because on one hand I'm like, yeah, it's your company, do whatever you want. Like the whole Chick-fil-A thing, say whatever you want, do whatever you want with your money. And with the EA, I'm like, do whatever you want with your money as well. Take money from whoever you want. If you want, but like think of it, like what if they advertise? What if the KKK wanted to advertise uh, on EA games? But
And if they accept it, they're going to lose, every African American gamer. But then they get money from the KKK.
Yeah, but
So
then they get a bunch of support from white guys, so
white sales are up, black sales are down.
just the way we like them. This is
No, but in the EA responded saying that the ads do not reflect any political for EA, but you're still taking a stance whether you want to admit it or not. Same thing with the KKK. Like, oh, well, they're just giving us money. It doesn't reflect our views on racism. It's like, well, yes, it does if you're accepting it. I know that's an extreme thing because Obama's not the KKK, but still.
yeah, that was really awkward.
Maybe he is.
9/11 was an inside job.
My brother believes that, by the way.
Does he
That
really?
was an inside job, yeah.
Does he always tell everyone to watch the Zeitgeist movie
Yeah,
documentary?
he goes,
Just watch Zeitgeist, man. Just watch it.
I can't believe America flew our own planes into the buildings. I'm like, dude, I don't know.
I'm American, so can you.
But yeah, I don't know. I think you have to say, you know what, it's your own company, do whatever the hell you want. For a personal standpoint, I don't give a damn what ads are shown as long as they don't interfere with my game.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just don't be putting Obama like in and stuff. I'm not gonna be
Just what?
throwing passes to Obama.
Yeah,
Do
don't
you-
put
they-
him in the game.
If they
Unless
put
it's
him in
Bill
a
Clinton in
quarterback,
NBA Jam.
Okay. Or Michael Jordan.
Bill Clinton was in an NBA Jam. You don't remember that? The
In the-
original NBA Jam
on the SNES,
on the Genesis,
Genesis.
No, I never
or
played
maybe
it.
the SNES. I don't know. It might have been on both. It might have been the arcade version. I don't know.
Was he the announcer?
No, he was an unlockable player.
Get out of here.
You get out of here.
You get out of here.
I want to play as Bill Clinton.
Devin's too young to even know who Bill Clinton was.
He's
Huh?
on fire.
We're only 3 years apart. Jeez,
Might as well be 12.
Do you even know what
Yes.
Y2K was?
Yeah, were you around for
You remember
Y2K,
that?
Devin?
Yes.
you
Obama
born?
started Y2K.
It was an
Yeah.
inside job.
America started it.
But yeah, it was Bush and Obama working together did Y2K. Just watch Zeitgeist, man. Just watch.
Did you see
it.
the
All
South
answers are
Park
there.
episode
Of what?
I've seen
of
everyone.
I've
when
seen.
Obama and everyone was like working together?
No. So the Wii U, Nintendo had a conference this week. One
Yeah,
of
it was
those
pretty
Nintendo conference things. Did you guys watch it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty dumb. So
Yeah, why could they not do that at E3? Like, what were they not prepared for at that time? 2
I don't
months
know.
ago. 3 months ago.
I don't know if it was just they weren't prepared or if it was just they wanted to announce it on their own time. Justin wrote a Inverted View article today about does the Wii U actually matter? Did you guys read that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
we'll mention a few things about that, but first, let's talk about the specifics that we know about the Wii U. First of all, in North America, it's coming on November 8th, right?
18th.
18th. That's what it is.
Yep, for $300 you get the white one.
Right.
And for just only $50 more, you like triple the amount of memory you get and you get the black one. And like a dumb thing to hold your new Wii and the gamepad controller.
Is that racist?
What, the Wii U?
Yeah,
And the color should have been flipped then.
yeah. I totally
Racist.
agree. White power.
The KKK has bought ads for the Wii U.
It comes with your own little robe.
You're a bitch. So there's basic and the deluxe version. The basic is the 8 gig version for $300. Then there's the deluxe, which is a 32 gig hard drive for one gamepad, one HDMI, AC charger, all that junk. I'm surprised they're packing AC chargers into their stuff now, and that it goes for $349.99.
Yeah, if I was gonna get one and had the money for it, I'd get that one because it's kind of dumb just to get the 8 gig one. And you can pay $50 more.
Yeah, you're already spending $300. Dude, you spend 350.
I can't wait to get a 32 gig console and then download a 25 gig game, and then that's the only game I have.
The
I
game's not
can't.
that big.
I can't wait to not buy the Wii U.
There definitely are 25 gig games.
Not for the
Metal Gear
Wii U.
Solid 4, yeah, but those kind of games are coming. It's the future. There's also
That is pretty
that's-
small though. I didn't actually think that. I mean, 360 is coming for like 500 gig hard drives now, and the
Yeah.
Wii U gives you 32 gigs.
The
Yeah.
Wii U's awful.
Enough for one game.
Why are they so behind in everything? When they catch up on one thing, like adding HD graphics finally. Not that I care so much about them, but like seriously.
Well, they were ahead of their time with motion control, but
Ahead
they're
of
just
a time
dropping.
that no
They're
one-
dropping the ball at this point.
But why do they not have HD graphics? Now they have HD graphics, but they give you like these small memory storages. Like, what the heck?
Well, I think the truth is that a lot of people like to say, "Oh, digital downloads are the future." Well, they are the future, but a lot of people think those are coming a lot sooner than what they are. I think that's going to be a long ways away. Not anytime soon are box products going to go away. I think Nintendo realizes that, and there's no point to add a whole bunch to have a ginormous hard drive. I have a 250 gig hard drive on my 360, and I'm not even close to filling that because I don't download any digital games.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that out of all three consoles, the Wii is the one that sells the least amount of digital games.
I mean, they might
I think
have
I
might
don't
have
know.
like some type of digital marketplace.
yeah,
but
like they do
with the
now.
Wii U, but
Yeah,
like a better one.
yeah. I mean, I downloaded Paper Mario on my buddy's Wii because I just wanted to play it. But yeah. But most of their games, I mean, when you think about it, are Wii Sports that come with the thingy and the workout with comes with the pad and the thing and
And that other thing, and
the
that
thing, right? There's all
stuff.
these peripherals, right? Mario Kart comes with the circle thing, right? But they're not never digital.
Wheel.
So
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, but I mean, they have a lot of backlog games like Super Nintendo games and regular NES
But
games
those are
that
tiny.
Dude, they nothing. They download in 5 seconds.
Well, I
don't
know.
think-
I mean, with the Wii, it was like by blocks or whatever. You had like 3,000 blocks, and then those games took like 20 or 30
Yeah, I
blocks.
didn't like that.
That kind of dumb stuff.
Well, I'm sure like you'll still be able to download that stuff. I'm sure, but I doubt you're going to be seeing like Call of Duty, the next Call of Duty available for download on the Wii U marketplace. I'm
And
sure Nintendo has already anticipated all this stuff. I'm sure they've thought it through and just said like, we're not going to have you download those games. You're going to have to buy the retail copies of it. And then everything else will just like all the hard drive spaces for saves and for downloading, older classic games from like 64 and before.
Yeah. Anybody gonna buy it?
No.
You're gonna get the Wii U.
Yes.
When? Not on release.
When it comes out. Maybe on release.
Seriously? Are you like excited for it?
Jared buys
I don't know how I
everything.
feel about it anymore.
I mean, I wanted to play Zombie U, and that's about it.
But
I
that's
mean,
not an exclusive anymore.
oh, it isn't?
No.
Okay, well then you're not
So now
losing
you
me
don't
here.
even need the Wii U to play that.
Okay, Nintendo, you're losing me here. But the new Super Mario Brothers, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not
Did you
enough for
see-
me to spend $300 on a console.
Well,
People spend $600 on the PS3.
yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. I
Some-
didn't.
I don't know. I'm kind of I go back and forth about it. I think there's a lot original ideas that could come from the Wii U. I just have my doubts looking at the Wii, how innovation was completely dead on the Wii.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting a lot of innovation on the Wii U, but I still want to get it. I don't know. I like the controller. I like that idea of a controller.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I like having, it doesn't matter what game I'm playing, having that extra information down there, playing like a JRPG. I love playing games on my DS. I love having two screens. It is awesome.
Mhm.
So if I could do that with a console and get some of those benefits, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time was a was a nice addition when you played on the 3DS.
Oh my god,
With
the
the extra
water
screen.
temple was so easy.
Okay.
Well,
Well, my
the
review
original
of it
water,
is online.
the original water temple was so terrible.
But no, I mean, for what you're saying, like it took forever, like switching between your menu and the menu to change and blah blah blah. Like with the 3DS, it was so much better, so
Mhm.
much better.
Yeah,
It
and
was
I feel
pretty
like that
nice.
about almost not just JRPGs, but a lot of games that I play. I like having that second screen. I like the ability to I mean, it's not gonna apply to me because I'm not married or anything, but uh,
And you're a loser.
because girls don't talk to me. But the like if you live with another your female counterpart because we're all dudes.
If you're playing games, you're a dude. So.
Yeah. And you want to keep playing, you can play on your little controller, and she can watch TV.
That is pretty
That's
cool. Can you do that with every game too? Like you can just kind of
different. I don't know.
because why am I
Don't ask me
asking you?
specifics.
Yeah, I mean, because
Let
it'd
me
be
get
cool if
Reggie
you could
on
do
the
it with
phone.
every game, but like for the games that require the gamepad as well, I don't see how that would work if you need to actually use both of them when you play through the game. I don't know.
What are you even saying? So Nintendo TV, that's something that they also talked about, which
Good luck.
is basically just saying like, hey, you remember like Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that? We're finally catching up with everyone else and adding that.
Well, they're not gonna beat Smart Glass. I mean, that's way better just to have like a tablet on hand and be able to do that with your TV.
I don't. It's your controller though. Your controller is a tablet, except it doesn't have multi-touch or anything like that.
But still, like if you wanted to take that somewhere else, you have to take your whole console and your controller,
So I'm down for that. Unplug it. And
rather
keep
than
moving
just like
around.
carrying your tablet around or whatever. You can take it to somebody else's house and just like use that and connect to
they're not
any
trying to.
TV.
Maybe they're not trying to compete with Smart Glass. You ever think of that, jerk?
Well, then they're dumb. I mean, I don't know. The only additional thing they had was that you could actually look at TV channels as well with Hulu and Amazon, all that stuff combined. Like that was kind of cool. They combined everything, and you can search for whatever you want, and it will tell you which one you can watch it on. So that was kind of neat. I don't know those kind of packages though. How you going to pay for? I don't know if you already own, like if you're already paying your cable bill and stuff. I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
But it's kind of cool. It's on one package, but you just can't take it anywhere.
Well, I mean, where do you want to take it? Your friend's house?
Yeah.
That's dumb. Why would you want to do
Okay. I don't know. If you just want to like,
that? Hey, friend, come watch my TV. Hey, friend, I brought my iPad over. We can watch my TV.
I'm glad you think it's stupid too.
Who? Devin? Don't side with him.
no, he's not.
No, I'm not. I'm saying the whole thing is so dumb to me.
Oh.
Everything,
the whole
like, even-
concept.
Like
Why?
video games in general, or what?
No,
The concept of what?
TV.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
paying for cable in general, yeah.
Yeah.
But this one, I guess, just puts them all together, and you can watch it from everyone. I mean, I don't know. I guess you have to be subscribed to each one individually to watch it from that one. But so that sounds like a pain.
We don't know any facts.
I don't know. I don't care about getting additional information when I watch a movie. I don't need to look at the IMDb
But that's the same
pages.
thing with Smart Glass. I don't care about that from either end.
Yeah, no. So I'm just saying in general from
Like
both.
you're watching Game of Thrones and like, oh look, here's this thing about Jon Snow. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever. I didn't ask for that.
Here, you can read the books while you watch the show.
Yeah, like I'm gonna keep pausing it and read this thing. Oh, Jon Snow has black hair in the books too. Okay, cool, thanks. That's what I imagine what the tip or the pop-ups are gonna be like.
What I do like is I don't know if you guys ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, but they have little blocks that pop up and just to like
pop-up
remind.
video.
Yeah, and they remind you of stuff like stuff that happened in the story that you may have forgotten, why this
Mhm.
may be happening, or just kind of cool little facts and stuff. Those are always fun. They make watching and more enjoyable.
That's always fun.
I miss pop-up video.
And you
Pop-up video.
can always like tweet about certain things. Like, did you see on the the presentation that they had, they like recorded specific segments of the episode that they were watching, and you can like tweet about the specific segment, or like you can like take these polls like, did Jessica kiss this dude or something like that or whatever, like yes or no, you can vote. So if you're into that kind of stuff,
Jessica kiss this dude.
so if you're into that kind of stuff,
If you
then
love
yeah.
taking polls while watching TV,
And you can
we've got your
tweet
thing.
and Facebook about it, like, even though you could do that on any other device that you probably own.
This isn't the same, Devin.
I probably wouldn't use the stupid TVE. So
yeah, so Justin wrote an article today entitled "Does the Wii U Actually Matter?" You guys read that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
His article, or
No, the Wii doesn't
this
matter.
article doesn't matter.
he went down through a few different things, basically kind of looking at what the Wii U is adding and deconstructing how he thinks they don't matter. First one, he talked about the HD graphics.
No.
I don't know. I don't think that's personally. I don't think that's a big thing either
No.
way.
But
Nope.
but it's kind of a necessity. It's not like a benefit anymore. Like
But
that's
Nintendo does their own thing. Like here, the argument I don't understand about the whole HD thing is that a lot of us say like, oh, we want different consoles, we want different, experiences and stuff like that. But at a certain point, if they're all doing the same thing, then why have different consoles? What's the point? What is the difference between the 360 and the PS3 other than that the PS3 is like not that great?
Garbage, right.
the controller, definitely, Jared. There's some games I like to play with different
The
controllers.
controller
Okay?
is absolutely important. I agree, but I'm saying each console has to differentiate themselves, and I'm not saying the Wii U is just trying to be a retard, trying to be the Down syndrome kid of the group, but
It pretty much is. It's the one that's like really slow with jokes and stuff. It takes years for it to catch up.
it's really slow with the jokes.
You know what I mean? Like you tell a joke and somebody just doesn't get it, like 30 seconds later. Oh yeah, I get it. That's what Nintendo is.
He's slow. Just laugh.
Just
No,
a
no, no.
retard.
But Nintendo, like, even though motion control didn't take off, and I'm not a huge fan of motion control, they were still doing their own thing. They didn't need HD graphics to do what they were doing to accomplish what they were trying to accomplish. So, and now they feel like, we're moving into the HD era, and we're just going to start offering more of those experiences. But they're still doing their own thing. Everyone's like they need to compete with the PS3 and the 360. They don't. They don't. They've never needed to compete with them.
And if they do, they're going to get destroyed.
Right.
You're going to get
They
absolutely
do. Because some people
crushed.
only pay for one console a generation, so they are competing with them.
The Wii is the best-selling console of this entire generation.
They don't compete with the same people that buy Xboxes.
What else is there to say? The Wii is the best-selling of this entire generation. Obviously, they don't need to compete with them at all.
They're doing just fine.
So I think them continuing to do their own thing. Now, I'm not saying the Wii U is going to take off like the Wii is at all. I'm not saying that one bit. But I'm saying the notion that they need to stay on par with everything PS3 and 360 is doing, I don't agree with that.
Me neither. I think it's dumb.
What do I know? I'm Gary Busey. So the other one they brought up was asymmetrical, or Justin brought up was asymmetrical gameplay. You guys know what asymmetrical gameplay is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, for those who don't know, I'll just explain it real quick. It's just the idea that because the controllers are going to be so incredibly expensive and you can only use 2 per console, asymmetrical gameplay is as if one person is using the new Wii U controller and the others are using just regular Wii controllers. And they're doing something on the gamepad, looking at something or whatever that no one else can do. So maybe you're playing a game where someone's kind of like controlling everything with the like you're playing something on the screen and everyone else can only see the screen, but you're controlling something and something on the screen and something on your gamepad at the same time, and
Yeah.
Right. So let's say like you're in a ship and the guy with the gamepad has the map, and he's got to tell people where to go, like where to steer the ship, something like that.
Yeah. So that's the idea of asymmetrical gameplay. Personally, I mean, I don't do a lot of couch co-op or anything like that, but I think it's a great idea. I just don't think it's going to take off.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't. First of all, their controllers. Okay, Kotaku ran a story, and I don't know if this is factual, but looking at what it's going to cost for a controller in Japan, an extra Wii U pad controller,
Yeah.
it's going to be $172. How many people are going to pitch out $172 for that extra controller? Not many. I don't
Okay, so
think.
where's the argument there? We're talking about playing on the old Wiimotes compared to playing to the gamepad controller you get when you buy the Wii
How
U.
how many people do you know that still do couch co-op?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's irrelevant.
It's totally
Uh,
relevant. That's the whole
yeah,
premise of it.
yeah. The whole point. The
I
the
don't
only
know anybody who
people.
does, but I'm sure there's tons of people who still do that. It's like a whole family oriented thing, and that people still partake in.
Families don't spend time together anymore, Devin. It's the decline of the economy.
Or friends still. Like, if you don't, they still get together and do things on the Wii. The people who buy the Wii will still have friends that play couch co-op with.
I
They're
bought
the
the
only
Wii.
people who are doing it, but the only people and the only game I know that people are still doing it is either Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers, and those people don't use the Wii remote at all anyway.
Or like Rock Band.
They use the N64, the handheld controller from
GameCube?
Nintendo that you buy.
Oh.
Yeah, like you can use
That
GameCube
classic controller.
controllers, but yeah, they use the classic controllers because the nunchucks, like you're just awful if you use the nunchucks in Super Smash Brothers.
I don't think I don't think a lot of developers are gonna. I would love if they would because I think it's a great idea, but I don't think a ton of developers are gonna take advantage of the asymmetrical gameplay idea. I think a lot of people are just gonna try to do the standard stuff that they're doing on 360 and PS3, like they always have.
And what they showed for Call of Duty though is that they basically just had you could play two players on one, not one screen, but those two screens, the gamepad and the TV screen. So instead of actually having
I
split
think that's pretty
screen,
awesome.
so that's pretty cool. Yeah, instead of having the split screen on your TV screen, somebody plays on the big screen, somebody plays on the gamepad. I like that. That's a
Could
neat
you
idea.
imagine playing Call of Duty on a gamepad?
Well, it happens. So
I mean, if you're playing Call of Duty on a Wii anyway, you're fucking dumb. But
yeah,
Yeah, jerk.
I would never
Back off.
choose to use the Wiimote and the nunchuck to play.
yeah, it's more hysterical
Throwing
than
grenades.
anything, right?
I'm throwing grenades. Yeah, what else
Yeah.
did they announce? Just a bunch of
Wait.
games. I mean, they supposedly have like 50 games coming out between like now and March.
Yeah, that's another thing Justin talked about, where all the supposed new games that are coming, and there's a few that some of the big ones that he talked about, like Assassin's Creed 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, NBA 2K13, Mass Effect 3, Darksiders 2. Those are big budget games. Those are games that sell well on the other two systems. However, those games are going to be months old on the Wii U. And his argument was, who was going to buy the system and then buy those games on that system? Like, if you wanted to buy those games, you would have bought them on another system already because they're on
Mhm.
everything else. And I think that's a really good point. Other than the first party titles that Nintendo has, I don't know how many. Like right off the bat, they don't have a lot of big titles coming out, like third party titles coming out to help push the sales of the system.
And I think that they would need that to get a lot of
Yeah.
sales.
You gotta stick with Just Dance,
Just Dance 4.
Fitness Evolved.
That was
Um,
the best booth, the Just Dance booth at E3.
Really?
All the ladies were really pretty over there.
New Super Mario Brothers, Nintendo Land, and Epic Mickey. Just stick with those, bro.
It just, yeah.
But
Don't
they need
don't.
third party support,
Oh my god,
and they don't
Batman
have
Arkham City Armored Edition is gonna be awful. Darksiders 2 is gonna be even worse, and Assassin's Creed 3. Can you imagine?
it.
playing
We already have our Wii U reviews up. Chase is doing all of them. He's already written all of them.
he's giving you an
You-
exclusive hint right now.
if I'm writing a Wii U review and you see me as the author, don't even read it. Just assume it's awful, and
Somebody's got to get it so we can
Send
review
me
some
an
Wii
email.
games. Wii U games.
I will not be that guy.
I'm gonna buy it eventually. Just I don't know if I'm gonna buy it on release.
I'll come over and play it.
All right. I mean, I still need to buy the PS Vita yet, so I'm kind of behind.
Isn't it weird that it's 2 months away?
Yeah,
and
it's
we
pretty
know.
soon.
It doesn't feel like we know virtually, like most
Like they
systems.
just announced it.
Yeah, there's usually like a big build up to a console's release. Justin
Yeah.
mentions this in his article as well, but it's kind of just like, hey, the Wii U's coming. Like we finally give you a date, and it's 2 months away, and
It's probably because I'm not as excited about it as I was any other console in the past couple of years.
I think the last generation launch was just insane. I
Yeah, it
think
was.
I think it the amount of information and the time that it released, I think it was just there's going to be nothing like it.
Yeah. I mean, this generation, this next generation, they're gonna be years apart. I mean, who
Yeah.
knows when the PS4 is coming out or which one's gonna be next? But it's definitely not gonna be probably not even next year.
And
yeah, I don't know about. I mean, I'm sure the Durango, which is the code name for the next Xbox, I'm sure that'll be next. But
You think that'll be before the PS4?
the thing is,
yeah,
yeah, the thing is, I don't think the Wii U is trying to usher in the new era of the next gen consoles. I I
do
don't
you
know.
think
I think
do,
Nintendo again is still just going to their own beat.
do you
Yeah,
think that they realize that no new consoles are coming and there's a holiday season coming up and they just
absolutely.
said, "You know what? Let's get in right now because we're the only one."
Yep. There's no competition right now
There's
to buy another
zero.
console, so
Zero.
they're gonna get the
Right.
sales.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they'll get sale. I don't know. I don't know because think about it. A lot of the people that the casual mainstream whatever gamers that bought the Wii U, do you think they're going to go out and buy or bought the Wii? Do you think they're going to go out in droves and buy the Wii U as
I think
well?
so. Yeah. People are
But it's not
freaking
as
out about this.
it's not as new. Like the Wii was new and different. People are like, you can actually physically move and play games, and that was like the big appeal of it. But you don't have that with the Wii U. I mean, you do, but that appeal
Yeah.
is already gone.
It has its own innovation. Whether or not you want to argue if it's as big as the Wii U, the Wii's one was.
Yeah, but I would argue that every console has its own innovation, but I don't think people see it. Like the average person who isn't an enthusiast about games, they're not really going to see that or care. They want the immediate uh, immediate reaction from it. They want to see, is this different than the Wii U, or is this offering anything new and crazy? Like something, if the Oculus Rift. I know we haven't talked about that at all. You guys know about that? The virtual reality goggles.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if it was something like that, I'm sure it would sell crazy amount of numbers. But it's not offering anything completely brand new that we haven't seen before. So I have a hard time believing if that it's going to sell as much. I don't think it's going to sell like the Wii U did because it
It'll
doesn't
be
have that.
interesting to see.
Yeah.
That's for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm kind of excited to play it, and I don't know. I just don't know if I want to drop the money on it. But I'm going to
rich,
get it
so
at some
I'm gonna
point.
do it.
What?
I'm
Keep it
rich.
locked to
Yeah.
pixelperfectmag.com for all your Wii U news
Previews and reviews.
by Chase Coleman.
All by Chase, our Wii U correspondent. Yeah, I don't know. We might. Well, I'll talk about it later. Yeah, check out our website. Anyway, anything else to say about the Wii U?
No, let's
It's
wrap this
awful.
up.
Don't buy it.
I say, I hope
Yeah.
developers think of cool things to use the gamepad for, because it's a better idea than motion control.
Don't do it.
No matter what the Wii U is about, it's all about the games that are going to be coming out for it, and is it worth it?
Don't buy it unless there's a Super Smash Brothers game that's coming out.
Don't listen to any of Devin's opinions ever.
Mario Kart would be good too.
We got to start releasing video.
We need more legs. Chase, where's your legs at?
Chase, where's your legs at?
Where them legs at, girl?
Where them shaved? Oh!
Oh man, do you shave them legs?
Oh man,
No.
do you go outside?
Funny story is because I played hockey and I was a goalie. Because I used my knees so much, I tore out all the hair follicles around my kneecap.
That's just
Fun fact. Don't play goalie because
Devin's a bear.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, Jared. Like you're not.
Look at him rubbing his leg. Half the podcast is Devin rubbing his legs. Like,
Okay, you're a bear too, there, Jared.
But dude,
Yeah.
I told him while you were getting everything set up, I'm like, I'm glad you have pants on today.
Devin, yeah.
Whatever.
When we start releasing videos, Devin, you're gonna have to put on pants.
And you guys are gonna have to show less leg.
I have pants on.
That's not happening.
Those shorts.
Welcome to Pixel Perfect, Between the Pixels, where you get more leg than
More
any
leg
other
for your
podcast ever. Right.
More leg for your buck.
This was episode 49 of Between the Pixels. If you want to know more about us, you can check us out at pixelperfectmag.com. You can email us about any of the topics we talked about today, or any other topics you have at all, or any questions you have. Email us at email us at podcast@pixelperfectmag.com. Any final words? We're gonna get banned from like YouTube. Any final words for the people? Happy birthday, Chase Coleman.
Magikarp is totally worth $500. You totally should buy it every time he asks you to buy it.
What is that?
In the original Red and Blue, you remember?
No, I never.
You could
played
buy a
Pokemon.
Magikarp for
No, I didn't
$500.
play Chase. I didn't play Pokemon.
Wow.
A loser.
Devin, any final words for the people?
Yes. Buy a How to Train Your Dragon cake. They're delicious.
Oh, I was gonna make a mention about the cake.
I will. I'll put up pictures on my Twitter.
I'll put
Just
a
say the
picture
cake is a lie, Jared.
Oh yeah, guys. Hey, the cake is a lie.
It's not a
Arrow to
lie. I
the
had
knee.
Aaron
pictures.
to the knee, guys.
I'm a gamer. I get it. I play video games.
I like to stretch on my own podcast.
See you next week.
Stretching it out.
Did he show you his Galaga tattoo?
No, he has a Galaga tattoo.
Well, you know what melt is, obviously.
Yeah.
You probably know what melt is. If you get, I guess if you get a tattoo that involves melt, you get like 50% off or something for life. There, I don't, something like that. You get some kind of discount. But
Okay.
on his arm, he has it's like a Galaga one where the ships are shooting up, and then he has like a melt tattoo at the top, and they're like shooting the melt or something like that. It's
That's
actually
pretty
pretty
cool.
neat.
Yeah.
Melt's pretty good.
Yeah.
You've
went
had
there
it, huh?
once. I went there once on our way to E3. My first night in Cleveland, went there, stopped
So
there.
good.
Yeah, I got the Dude Abides,
Is it really that good?
which is like,
You've never had a grilled cheese sandwich until you've had melt.
yeah, this one had meatballs and mozzarella sticks in it. It was really good.
So that's what it's called, melt.
Yeah, it's called Melt. He's actually a pretty famous chef, and he opened Melt in downtown, and then it's like a real little place downtown. Is that the one you went to, Jared?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's like a real little place. It only has like 7 tables, but it's like a half-hour wait for a grilled cheese sandwich. Like,
Oh, maybe
it's
that's not where I
crazy.
went. Where I went, there was like the big like U bar, like it was a bar.
Okay, yeah. So were you in like Independence or probably on the east side?
I mean, I'm an independent woman.
There you go. So
There you go. There you go.
So does that count?
but yeah, so pretty famous dude made his living and reputation on grilled cheese sandwiches.
By putting other stuff in them.
Who would have known?
They're just they're good all together. The cheese tastes great. The bread is great. The fries are great.
What else is there? Grilled cheese sandwich. Cheese
Well,
is great.
no.
The bread's great. I love it. It's like, and then somehow for some reason you have meatballs in there too, a mozzarella stick.
Well,
So it's
all the
not a
components that are there, Devin, are quite good.
That's not a grilled cheese sandwich. That if you have meatballs and mozzarella sticks in your grilled cheese.
It's a modification. There's no rules to grilled cheese, Devin.
Yeah, there is.
This is falling off the rails.
Oh man, speaking of food, I had amazing. Jared, I don't know if you were here, but there's this place called Bing's here, Bing's Diner. You ever hear of it?
The joke.
Oh, what did he say? You know what I'm talking? Do you know what I'm talking about?
You sat there like while I was trying to talk, and like all I saw was his two bare legs.
Yeah.
It was so hard to
Dude, have you ever eaten at Bing's Diner?
No, Devin, I don't even know what you're saying right now.
Well, it's a new place that actually a couple years ago, but it's new to compared to since you've been here. This burger, it was they had a hamburger and like sourdough bread, and they put like chili and French fries around it, and like cheese sauce and onions and stuff on top of the whole entire thing on a plate. And it was really good.
Welcome back.
You didn't listen to a word you just said.
It was pretty good.
Great, Devin. I'm sure that story was fantastic. What was that story?
All right, I'm gonna go play Halo now.
What kind of chapstick is that?
Oh, that's the special kind.
Yeah. No way.
Yes way. I'm all about that kind right there, buddy. You got that? Oh yeah, double fisting it.
That's right.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh, are we live still?
Are we just all excited that we have chapstick?
Same
Oh my
exact
gosh!
kind.
We all have blue chapstick. Actually, I don't like this kind.
I love this kind. The black sucks. Shut up, Jared.
Nope, black is best.
Black is terrible.
Once you go black, you go on.
Dude,
You're
it's
about
like-
to tie your chapstick.
It's like too manly.
What is?
It's going in.
Do we wake up your daughter or your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, my parents are in bed.
My parents are sitting over here on my bed listening to the podcast.